Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of Journal with Me, plus your angel messages. Going live a bit earlier than I have been. I actually even meant to go live right at 6:15 Central my time. Excuse me, as you can tell, I'm still waking up. I did have to drop a daughter off early for something earlier, about 6 a.m., and then I have to leave again to drive her back to another location for practice. So I was thinking I would be going live at 6:30, but it looks like it's going to be closer to 6:15 on weekdays, so that I have time to uh, chat with all of you and get to the angel messages and still get kids to school on time. So, for those of you who were thinking I'd be live a little later, I apologize. Um, Good morning, Heidi. Yay, I'm glad you saw. I had to pop in earlier this morning than I expected, but I wanted to have plenty of time. How are you doing this morning? We're going to be doing our normal journaling, and we are going to be, of course, I will do some angel cards at the end. I am going to go through my routine record and set up, well, just track my moods from yesterday and what did I accomplish. I thought of something else I wanted to add to my routine record right as I was falling asleep last night. And now I'm like, darn it, I should have written it down because I can't remember what it was. But I remember thinking it would be a good thing to track, a good, healthy habit I've been wanting to get into. So yeah, that's funny that maybe it'll come to me while I'm going through. But if you are here in the live with me, I'd love to hear where you're tuning in from. Let me know, do you use some kind of tracker for healthy habits? Um, I'd love to hear if that works for you. One of the reasons it's so valuable to me is because it does um, show me when my moods are a little, like they're up and down a lot. Then it's usually pretty correlated to whether I am keeping a healthy routine for myself. There's always other reasons why those things happen, they get off track or whatever. But let's go ahead and jump into the very first thing I do when I sit down in the morning is I go to my routine record. So I'll show you that. So as you can see here, we have the things that I'm tracking every day and then the moods. And down here is my mood key, just in case you're new. I say whether I feel joyful, productive, peaceful. Angels, please raise my vibration. These are the things I'm tracking for the month of November. And I am tracking another energy. I'm tracking that Mars has now moved into Leo. It actually did last night. So the first 2 days of the month, Mars was still in Cancer. In fact, I will just write that here so that a year from now, or even next year in the spring, when Mars goes back into Cancer, I'll remember what it was. Good morning, Heidi. I already said good morning, but thank you for saying Colorado Springs. Oh, that's right. You're the one that uses savers. I love it. Oh, beautiful. Hi, Anna. Good morning. So I'm just putting like a little note that these 2 days, Mars was still in Cancer. That's not the best Cancer sign there. um, so now Mars went into Leo last night, and I do like to track with the energies what else is going on, if there's anything major. We had Mars oppose Pluto yesterday. This is my November calendar, just showing anything big. And of course, we have a big election day tomorrow here in the US. Good morning, Truth or Fears. I was just showing my routine record and how one of the energies I'm tracking is Mars in Leo, so that next year I think, when does Mars retrograde? I believe it's December. It will come back into Cancer, which is what I tracked in October. And I'll have kind of an idea of the things that were going on for me while Mars was in Cancer. And then again, when it goes direct again, goes back into Leo, I will have this here as well. So I really like to do that. I make any notes over here I want. Last month, I was looking at my zodiacal releasing. and some of the dates there, which is really interesting. So, anything that I'm tracking and any notes about it, I will put on this side. So I'm going to go through and check off that. Let's see. Yesterday, I did my exercise on the 3rd. I did miss the 2nd, which is the first time in like a couple months I've missed a workout. And I did all of my healthy things. So I'm just going to check them off. And it just feels so good to give yourself credit, check it off. That's a big part of this, is giving yourself credit. And if you missed a day, having compassion for yourself. On Saturday, my body just really told me, hey, let's lay low today. I really listened to my body, because that was a big message we were getting last week, throughout the week with the nature walks and everything, was to make sure we are resting. If there was anything we didn't have to do, maybe just postponing it, so that our body could rest, so we don't get overworked. And then I did manage to get in bed by 10 very easily last night, because of course we had daylight savings. So that was interesting. My body doesn't always react well. Everyone's like, yay, we get another hour. And my body's always like, I don't know if I like this change. Oh, it's 6:22 this time. But my dreams were really rocky last night. Did any of you have any interesting dreams last night? I felt like I was like energetically battling something. It was really weird. And there was a couple times I woke up uh, kind of in a sweat, just like, what was going on? What was I doing? I was like battling something in my dreams. Yep, 7:22 in Philadelphia, where you are. Truth or Fears. Thank you. I love it. Beautiful. Yeah. So, we're gonna be seeing some interesting energy coming up with election day tomorrow, and in fact, tomorrow at 3 Eastern, 2 Central, my good friend Justin Speller, he's going to come on my channel. Maybe many of you have seen him come on with me before. He's done like full moon specials and new moon specials and just energy specials with me. He's got an amazing energy, and he's going to come on with me live tomorrow to talk about the election energy and the power of divine energy in the Constitution. It's going to be really interesting. He's got a very unique take on it, and we just felt really called to get on live tomorrow with all this energy. Have any of you been feeling it? Yeah, Heidi says very interesting dreams. Yes. Yes, and we can put those in our intuition tracker. Anna says, my cats, dogs, and birds don't care about daylight savings. That is for sure, right, Anna? That is so true. I remember when my girls were little too, when they were babies, and yeah, no, they were still waking up at their normal time to have their breakfast and everything and have their diaper changed or whatever. Um, Truth or Fear says, yes, dreams are very active this week. And Heidi's saying, yes, energy is extreme. Yeah, so that's why Justin and I just thought, nobody needs to feel alone in this energy. That is a big part of my purpose with the work I do, is just reminding everybody we're not alone. We're not meant to be alone on this journey. Truth of Fear says, Anna, my cat agrees, meow. Yes, my our black cat was doing his funny like the weird meow, and it almost sounds like he's saying hello. um, yeah, this energy always affects them. It's so funny. So, but yeah, that's a big thing I want to remind you all too with all of this, is we can get on here and chat with each other and be here for each other, because we're not meant to do this alone, and there's going to be a lot of naysayers out there. We do have Jupiter and Gemini, so we're going to see a lot of people, I don't know, really getting in your face about things that they believe and things that they disagree with you. And so we want to remember that we can shield ourselves from those things. We can cut cords. And if you haven't already, don't forget to download the prayer protection that I shared on Friday. It's set up to be a wallpaper on your phone if you want it to be. And actually, let me grab my phone real quickly. I realize I should have done that anyways in case my daughter calls me. But the prayer protection that I do um, before I use my angel cards or connect or anything, I made 3 different options for a screensaver, and this is the one I'm using right now, the one with the sunrise, and the prayer's right there so that it's easy for you to grab. And oh, thank you, April. Yeah, I have my other freebies there at that link. Good morning. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, April. Yeah, there's 3 options for a wallpaper there. There's also my free new moon spread, which we're still close enough to the new moon from Friday. If you didn't get to do that or you want to do it again for clarification, you can use the free new moon spread. And I do have my free full moon spread there, which we will be having a full moon next week. I want to say it's a Friday too. So go ahead and grab that full moon. Yeah, Friday the 15th at 3:28 p.m. Central. We will have a full moon in Taurus at 24 degrees. So you can grab those there. Good morning, Connie. Great to see everybody. Yeah, I popped on a little earlier. I think it's going to be closer to 6:15 Central when I'm doing these during the week because of different places I have to drop kids. I've already dropped one kid at 6 a.m. this morning somewhere, and I have to be off in the next 15 minutes or so to drive her to another location. Busy, busy kids. So we were just going through my routine record and what I'm tracking, which is Mars and Leo. Mars went into Leo last night. Now, you don't need to track astrology if that's not your thing. No worries there. I was just tracking my healthy habits. And then I want to go through my moods yesterday with my mood key. So I have my trusty pen set here. If you missed yesterday's journal with me, I showed you how I set up my 2-week planner, and I got a little ahead. So this is the one I accidentally started writing stuff this morning, and I had to get my white tape. I said, wait a minute, we're not on November 18th, because I try to get a little ahead in case I need to put anything important. But I didn't do the greatest job whiting that out, did I? I'll have to get my tape back out. But see, I just use washi tape, and I showed you how I did it. But this is really great for hindsight because you can see the things that were going on in your life when you had tons of angel numbers or a huge sign from a hawk or feathers or whatever signs you're tracking in your intuition tracker, which of course is right here. I tape things in my intuition tracker. Like if I find a dime from a past away loved one, I'll tape it in there. Sometimes I'll leave it for someone else. Sometimes I'll take it. Depends on if I feel called to. But this is where I put my dreams. If you're just joining, we were talking about how intense some of our we all had intense dreams last night, and the energy's so intense. So let me know if you've been having intense dreams too. But this is a real great place to put it. Give it a title, right? Whether you were awake or asleep. We're going to be talking about lucid dreaming on Wednesday. So make sure you check that video out because that might be where you would check dream and awake and you would write lucid at the top. We'll talk about it more there. Thank you, Paul, for dropping by. Have a fantastic day. So we'll do an affirmation here. Let me just track my moods real quickly. Like I said, I have my mood key here. Let's see. What was I feeling like yesterday morning? I would say I was definitely feeling pretty peaceful. We were talking about how, feeling peaceful doesn't necessarily mean like everything is just perfect. It just means that you have that inner confidence that your spiritual team is with you and you're going to get through the day just fine. Now, I actually did have kind of an energetically off afternoon. And so I did ask the angels for help. I did say, angels, please raise my vibration. So I'm going to put that there. And I think a little bit of it was just that energy of, we did have Mars oppose Pluto early in the morning. That's why I tracked that here. And we were in the very final degrees of Mars in Cancer. So, because Mars moved into Leo last night. So, I do think that might have been affecting my energy and just the collective energy. So, that's again why we're going to go, Justin Speller and I are going to go live tomorrow. I'm super excited about that. He's got some great things we're going to talk about. So, let's go to our actual journaling for the day so that we can get to your angel messages. So, as you know, I like to do my cute little flag here. And I wrote some prompts in here yesterday that I gave you in yesterday's journal, and I never got a chance to go back and answer them because I was doing my weekly planner. So I probably need to do some extra journaling today, but we're going to let it flow. And good morning, Marita. Thank you for being here. So I like to write November 4th, and then I write, thank you, God, for today. So I write TGT, starting with gratitude, right? And then I write morning angels and guides. So I write MAG, morning angels and guides. So that's how I start off the day. That's how I'm really intentional. And of course, I do have that prayer protection that I do. I've already said it myself before I went live because I shuffled my angel cards really well. And I wanted to pull some messages for you that we can journal about. So because this energy is so just jarring for a lot of people, we are going to use a kind of a shielding type pocket affirmation today. We're going to say, I easily protect my energy. I easily protect my energy. If you would like to write that in the comments below this video or write it in your journal, I easily protect my energy, because it's very important that we do that with all the energy flying around out there right now. Truth or Fear says, thank you for prayer protection. It's very needed at the moment. The past weekend when I said no to an authority figure management, the reply was, I am disappointing you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Good for you for protecting your energy. It's really interesting that that's the phrasing that you heard, because that is actually a message I've been getting this week. Not only are we going to have people saying things like that they are disappointed in us, potentially we may find we are disappointed in others. Good morning, Stacy. Um, so definitely protect your energy. And a good way to do that is to journal. Set that intention at the beginning of the day to connect with your angels, ask for guidance. And when you feel that energy come up, go do some journaling, because again, we're not meant to do this alone, but put that energy and transform it into sharing your light with the world. And one of the things we are going to see, I'm going to pull some angel cards here, but one of the things we are going to see is, like I said, people getting in your face about what they believe, especially if what they believe is different than something you're saying. And we do want to protect ourselves from that, but we also want to go higher. We want to be the one that goes higher with this energy, right? So thank you, Anna, for putting that in there. And Connie, yes, I love it. That's what we're doing this together. I just get angel bumps reading your comment, Connie, about I really need this lately. We all do. We all do. And I know that's why the angels guided me to do this 30-day challenge right now. So thank you for saying that. That's very affirming. It's funny because I did want to let you know that this is a 30-day challenge that is self-imposed. So if you miss a day, join back anytime. It's not the kind of challenge like, up, you missed it, you messed up, you missed a day. It's a challenge to hold space for your heart, for your energy, to remember to do the pocket affirmations, and to remember you're not alone. We have each other here. And those of you watching this later on the recording, please leave your comments on what you're going through. And let's hold space for this energy to be something we can take higher. Especially when we're having people lash out at us, where, another thing we're going to hear a lot is, and so this is why we're protecting our energy. It's not meant to be fear-based. It's meant to prepare you, is we're going to hear people saying things through the grapevine about us. We're going to get information back, so-and-so said this to so-and-so about you, and it might hurt. But it's meant to test you to go higher. That's the key there. That's what we're meant to do. So go journal about it, track your moods, look at what's going on, and trust that you have a community that can help you get through it. So I'm going to pull an angel card here to help with our first prompt for the day. Oh, wow. Awakening. This is the Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Okay, wow. Wow, that is so affirming for what we were just talking about. That's what stands out for me. Now, for you, I want you to just look and see. Don't get too focused on the cards, but is there something in this picture that really stands out for you? It's an angel that's upside down carrying a trumpet like a messenger, and it does say Archangel Gabriel, who is known as the messenger angel, but it's like Gabriel is upside down and saying, flip the script, let's look at this differently, right? So when somebody is coming at you and saying they're disappointed, or you've set a boundary with somebody, or somebody gets in your face about something they believe that they disagree with you, this is where you want to take that different perspective. You want to go back and say, you know what, I'm being shown this for a reason. There is a different way to look at this. And, a good prompt would probably be, how can I go higher with my energy this week? And so I'm going to ask you to write that as a journaling prompt. How can I go higher with my energy this week? And I'll explain that a little bit more. So, one of the ways you can go higher is definitely spend some extra time in self nurturing, take a nice bath, go for a walk out in nature with no electronics, turn off those news headlines when it gets too stressful. Wait to respond to people if people are sending you messages or calling you and it's too much for you. These are all ways that we can go higher with our energy. Putting yourself to bed on time so you get a good night's sleep and you get back on a schedule, even though it's just been changed with daylight savings. Truth or fear, see, as it triggered old childhood wounds with me that I have not worked through, but it was the first time that I had to speak my truth. Never had someone, how can I go higher with my energy this week? Right. Yeah, that's the prompt. Thank you. Good for you for recognizing what it was doing. And that's actually something I can relate to that. I have, for me, what's happened recently is some past life memories have been triggered a little bit, and I've had to go higher and recognize that. If you missed my live a couple weeks ago, I did a video on your past lives and 5 ways to know if you're recalling a past life. So it could also be a past life thing too, truth or fears. That's something that reoccurred as a child so that you would know to heal it. And that's a way to go higher too, is just journal about it. Just saying, wow, I did not recognize that this needed more nurturing. This needed more support and more protection. Yeah, Heidi says truth or fear. Oh my gosh, the same thing has been happening to me. See, and there's a reason we're all called to work together on this journaling. So trust in that. Trust that we're here to support each other. All right, so that's a great journaling prompt there. I think I'm going to answer it with, um, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to spend more time with preparing for like planning for the holidays, because I get in such a good mood when I think about decorating for Christmas and fun recipes I want to try. So that'll take my mind off of anything um, that just feels crunchy right now. And I'm just going to keep my eye on the prize, right? The fun stuff. We're officially in holiday season. All right, here's our second card for today. 10 of water. This is a great cup. This would be 10 of cups in, I said this is a great cup. This is a great card. This would be 10 of cups, like I said, in tarot. And it says, a contented and rewarding family life, your emotional and material needs are met, and trustworthy relationships. So, what's getting my attention here is, coming up for air, for a breath of fresh air. This little, I guess it's a mer boy up here. I can't quite tell. But also the trustworthy relationships is huge. Okay. So for me, this would be me thinking about, um, what trustworthy relationships do I have in my life that I can lean on for support when there are people coming after me for my beliefs, when there are people who are saying things and it's getting back to me, or I'm just having, rough dreams where I need to just work through something. So I would think about that too. You could even make that a prompt if you wanted to. What trustworthy relationships do I have in my life? And really listen to your heart too, because Sometimes we try to tell ourselves we trust somebody, but our body is saying, actually, do you? Do you really feel safe talking to this person about something? Sorry, I was trying to get it closer. I'm getting the hang of this here. um, so, yeah, let's do one more so we can tie it together before I have to hop off and drive kids. Oh, the sun card. So I've heard a lot of different tarot masters say the Sun card is the best card in the deck. Um, not everyone agrees with that, but it's definitely a very good card. It's saying happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. And what I am really getting with this card is remember, we all have our own spotlight. The angels want us to step into the spotlight and show our authentic self to the world. That is why we came here, is to show our gifts to the world, to shine our light. And it can be in so many different ways. It doesn't mean you actually have to get on stage. It doesn't mean you have to start a YouTube channel. It doesn't mean you have to do things in this very extroverted way, but it does mean, you did come here to shine your light. Speaking of which, I do have my live later today at 12 Central, where I'm going to go into much deeper details of this week's energy. And the energy is always evergreen. It's whenever you click on it. But these cards together are really encouraging us. Just checking with the comments here, I see. Yeah, Anna says the sun card shines light also on things that we need to focus on. That's a great point, Anna. Thank you. I really like that perspective too. So, is there something that we really need to focus on in our home and family life? Right? Maybe we've been spending too much time at work and we need to focus in more time with our pets, more time getting our home feeling comfortable. If you are in the outer world and things are just too challenging, maybe it is time to go within and shelter yourself, and then focus on the things that need to change. Sometimes this is recognizing, hey, I need to clean out that closet. I always feel better when I clean things out and organize them. So that's kind of what came to my mind for me, Anna, is I'm wanting to get some things organized today and this week. So I'll definitely be focusing on that. So look at all these things, this energy together, and trust that, we are being guided through this energy, and use that pocket affirmation when you need to. Come back and check out these cards at the end of the day. Oop, there goes my alarm because I do need to hop off here. Oop, it's 6:44 my time. Good morning, Gilberta. We're just wrapping up, but feel free to go rewind this video where we talk about pocket affirmations, journaling prompts, and I pulled these angel cards and discussed their meaning. I will be back live at 12 Central, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific with a very detailed angel message like I do every Monday, and I hope to see you all there. Remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.